Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody, and welcome to Saturday Night Live. It's March 11, guys, and we are looking forward to an amazing session today because we have a very special guest today. Guys, you already saw his picture in screen. But before we go there, of course, as always, we want to know where you are all from. So maybe you can type in the country from where you are plugging in right now and let us hear. I am in the Netherlands and I see Australia's in the house. I see, come on, where are those countries? I see India in the house. Ethiopia is in the house. Austria is in the house. Nigeria, United Kingdom is in the house. Saudi Arabia is in the house. Philippines, Hong Kong, Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Manila, Philippines, Qatar is in the house. Guys, we are so super blessed with so many people all around the world. Nigeria is in the house. As always, a lot of Philippines. I see Senegal. I see Oman. Guys, we are watching from everywhere. Guys, Cebu, one of my favorite islands in the Philippines. I've been there several times. And it's amazing to go there to swim with the whale sharks and to do some canyoning. France is in the house. Again, Ethiopia, we are super international. India is in the house, guys, and probably many more people will join in during this webinar. But for today, we said we do not give you any delay. We want all our participants, all our attendants to be in time, because that's also part of the character of a leader, to be in time, to be sure that your teams are in time. It's really important, guys. And before we go to this amazing main speaker, today is about goal setting, about success, about so many other things. And actually, I want to encourage you with an amazing icebreaker video about goal setting. And let me share my screen with you guys. It's a video of a few minutes. And after that, we will introduce our main speaker for today. But I think this video is a great introduction before he comes on the floor. So I'm going to share my screen with you guys and just enjoy this video.
Discipline. It's one of the key elements of success in every area of life. Without discipline, there is no sustained achievement. With a lack of discipline, there is a lack of success. Goals cannot be achieved without discipline. Dreams will not become reality without discipline. Without discipline, there is no greatness. This is not my opinion. This is fact. Most people will always go for the easy option now, never understanding the easy option now always leads to a harder life later. Successful people do whatever it takes now to ensure an easier life later. Sacrifice now, enjoy later. Discipline now, better life later. If you want to develop discipline in any area, you must make the end result important enough to you. When it's life and death, most people will change. But when it's ruining your life, most people won't change. Don't be most people. Stop and think about all the reasons you must change and all the reasons you must maintain that discipline. You don't have to wait for a life-threatening diagnosis in order to change. Decide to change now. Decide to change now. Think of all the pain that will occur in the future if you don't change, and the amazing life you will live, and the positive impact you will have on people you love when you do change. Link deep pain to the things that will cause you future pain, and link huge positives to the things that will give you future positives. The people that fail to maintain the disciplined lifestyle don't know what they are doing it for. They have no goals and no targeted end result. You must have clear goals and deadlines. Imagine two people who need to arrive at the same destination. One has a navigation system. and their destination is locked in. The other has no idea where they are and where they are going. Common sense can answer who will arrive at their destination first or at all. Having clear goals is no different. Without clear direction, you will end up in the wrong section. Successful people are always focused on the end result. They start at the end and figure out how to get there from where they are. Unsuccessful people focus on where they are and how hard it is right now. They never understand that their life will continue to be hard unless they change their approach. Set your goals. Make them clear. Make them meaningful. Give them deadlines. You won't always be motivated. You must learn to be disciplined. With discipline, your results will improve. When your results improve, your desire to grow will rise. Self-discipline is a key ingredient to the success mix. It might well be the most important piece. Conquer yourself. Show your discipline. When you practice consistent acts of discipline, you are sending a message to your subconscious that you are in charge. You are not being run by habit or by automated activity like most people. You run the day. You are in charge. Goals cannot be achieved without discipline. Dreams will not become reality without discipline. Conquer yourself. Show your discipline. You run the day. You are in charge. Set your goals. Make them clear. Make them meaningful. Give them deadlines. Sacrifice now. Enjoy later. Discipline now. Better life later. Suffer the pain of discipline now so you can enjoy your results. So you can love your life later.
Well, that being said, let's do an amazing introduction. And for this introduction, of course, it's so important that also our senior president, Jeanette, is coming on screen.
Hello.
Together we will
Hello, Ed.
Hey,
We are so
Jeanette.
excited. We have a business partner that is guesting for today, and he's one of the top achievers in the company, right, Eddie? What can you say about our business partner for today, our guest?
First of all, he's part of the family, although he is cross-lined to us. And that, again, that shows us that we are one big family, whether we are cross-lined or not. We are all together as a crowd, one family. And yeah, you know, if I read about his history, about what he did, about his graduations, about his MIT background, about so many things, that's crazy.
He's a professional ex-poker player. So you cannot fool this guy. He reads minds, not just movements. And so this is very well sinking in the business, of course, with all these skills. It has proven that he is really like a champion when it comes to these things, innovation, tactics, and all that. And that is what we can learn from this guy. Aside from that, Eddie, so if you have more to say, because I really want to honor this guy today. Aside from that, is the first time I saw this guy talk on our live, we have our live worldwide events online, and he talks so deeply. I mean, this guy is deep. I say to myself, wow, this guy is deep. And when you see him in person, he's a man of few words, but when he opens his mouth, there is wisdom. And that's why he is our guest today. Eddie, can you do the honors?
Yes, of course. One of his quotes: a great leader is a coach, a teacher, a mentor, and a motivator. And it's with pleasure that I can introduce to you our very good friend, and we have met several times already in Dubai, our good friend, Mr. Anthony Chatelain. Anthony?
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you, guys. Wow, I'm blushing. That was a nice introduction. Thanks a lot, guys. Can you hear me?
Loud and
Yeah.
clear.
Great. I really appreciate you for inviting me to your superstar call, Saturday Night Live. Thank you, Jeanette and Eddie. That's awesome. I've many times listened to your meetings, and it's really awesome. It's a Saturday. The best leaders are on this call. It's a Saturday. They don't take a day off. They're here learning and getting motivated. And I see a lot of familiar faces also in the net. So hello, everyone. Glad to be here. Let me share some stuff with you. Maybe some tips and tricks, maybe some motivation for some of you of how I'm thinking, what my strategy is, how I analyze the things. As you said, I'm a poker player. I think my friend Mr. Khan is always laughing because I'm analyzing everything. Everything I do, I analyze it. So that's kind of my background as a mathematician as well. So I'm going to talk today a little bit about the industry as a whole. Then I want to talk about our opportunity that we have in the company. And then I will talk some goal setting and some stuff that I think about. And you will hear a little bit how I think, my attitude, how I approach things, why I feel invincible when I talk about the opportunity. Because if you have a better deal, if you have a better company, if you have a better opportunity, then I'm in with you. You see? So a little bit, that's my approach to a meeting. And looking at the industry itself, it's a huge industry. The network marketing industry is huge. There are over 2,500 different MLM companies in the world, and it has a revenue of $200 billion. That's a huge number, $200 billion. That's more than the entertainment industry. So look at this. People think I'm crazy because of my background, because I spent almost 10 years in the university. I'm a nuclear engineer as a profession. And when they showed me this business the first time, I said, man, this is genius. You're working with leverage. You're working in helping other people. I just love the system that you build an affiliate, that you build the marketing team. So I was hooked right away when somebody showed me this. And you know why? A lot of people think that it's the product. You have to have the best product. You have to have the best product. But no, you don't have to have the best product, because if you only focus on that one product, let's say you're selling aloe vera. If you're only focusing on the product, then you have to think, who do I know who would like aloe vera? Who do I know who would like this skincare, etc.? Don't focus only on the product. Second thing, people think it's about earning that extra $500 a month. I mean, don't get me wrong, this is fantastic. This is what you need to do. An extra $500 for people a month is life-changing. It's life-changing. Think about it, extra 500 coming in. You're working full-time on your job, you're working part-time on your affiliate business, and you get an extra 500. Don't get me wrong, that's awesome. But the third thing, which everybody here should understand, the most important thing, why I dropped 10 years in university, top school in the whole world, and I do this business, is because of residual income. Residual income. That's the most important thing, because that's like royalties. That's like doing the work one time, building your business, building your team. You here on a Saturday, you're learning, you're building up this team, and the company keeps adding products. Every 3 months, 4 months, 2, 3, 4, 5 times a year, a new product to your team. And what happens? You get a raise. You get a raise. When you go to sleep at night, you keep earning money. This is what rock stars do. They earn residual income. So I understood that if you work hard a couple of years, you build the business, and then as long as the company is running, you keep earning money month after month after month for a work that you did one time. So it's all about the residual income. So remember, the business is billed as a part-time business. It's part-time. I know a lot of people in here is doing it full-time, but it's billed as part-time. Jim Rohn says, work full-time on your job and you work part-time on your wealth. You work on yourself, like what we're doing right now. You're learning stuff. You're becoming a better person, stronger in your beliefs, stronger in your presentations, etc. To become an ambassador, to become a president, it's like going to the university, right? What do I need to do to become a president? So I say, work part-time in this affiliate business, and you can earn €100 a month, $100 a month, $500 a month. There are people on this call making $500 a day. It's all a numbers game, which I will come back to later. It's all about the numbers, because I don't know who you know. And think about the next step. Who does your people know? That's when you get the leverage. That's when you get the explosion. Let's look at the opportunity that we have. We have the best. I think that we do have the best opportunity. That's why I'm here. For 5 years, this is year 5 that we're working. And it's been only over 50 million people have joined through our challenges. It hasn't been a straight line. We have a lot of challenges, but over 50 million people joined this opportunity. And guess what? It's fantastic. We are in over 100 countries today, speaking all different languages. I have huge leaders. I have an ambassador, Eva, from China. She's fantastic. Natalie from China. I have Mr. Wu and Amy from Vietnam. Huge, enormous businesses, bigger than my business. They're better than me. I have great leaders from Korea. I have Mr. Khan from India. It's growing exponentially. And guess what? I have never been to these countries. I have never stepped yet. I'm going to Vietnam. I'm going to China, to Korea, and to India. But I haven't been there yet. But the business has just exploded because you know someone who has a cousin in China or in Vietnam or in Peru, and all of a sudden you have the business growing there. And this is the beauty of this industry. And you know why the crowd is working so fast? We call it crowd marketing. The company understands that we need to build that huge crowd so that we can add the products. We add the products. Every year, they're going to add products to us that we can work with under the umbrella of Crowd One. And listen to this. Why it's so cool is that it's easy. This is so simple. It's a simple concept. It's a simple business. And it's modern and it's cool. And guess what? It's all digital products. All digital products. That's why we're growing so fast. And how can we grow in all these countries? Like now, I love it, Eddie, that you started with asking, where are you from today? You saw that. He counted like 20 countries, 20 different countries. We have leaders on a Saturday night listening, learning, building their business in their community, knowing people. I know all of you have, a lot of you have international businesses. There's also guests in here today. So I will talk some to your guests as well, but listen to this. You know why we're growing so fast? It's all online. You only need a telephone, a smartphone. And my good friend, Mr. Smile, always says that if you're not earning money on your smartphone, then it's a dumb phone. And I love that saying. Then it's a dumb phone, because you know people spend hours every day on their phone, right? Hours and hours on their phone today. And do they earn money? No. They're wasting money. They're wasting time, because time is money. So what is happening today? The company has come up with a concept where we can have products on the phone that people can use and you can earn money. This is the thought. So you have only seen the beginning. A lot more products are going to come that you can offer to your customers and to your friends and to your leaders. And when they use it, you can earn a couple of cents, tick, tick, here and there. That's why this is such a beautiful business. And what you have seen, what has happened the past year now. Now the company wants to stay, they want to stay ahead of trends, right? Not behind a trend. Let's not do something that was popular 5 years ago. Let's look into the future. So the company, they're looking at working with NFTs. with tokens, the crowd one token, C-Link, with blockchain, with crypto. They're working with the metaverse. This is what's coming. This is what's cool. So already when this is becoming hot, I didn't even know what an NFT was 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, actually. I heard about some crazy ape. Crazy ape, what's that? Oh, it's a digital ownership of a picture of an ape, crazy ape, different crazy apes. And the rich and famous people, they were buying these apes, these pictures, and they were worth a lot of money. And they buy it thinking that it will even go up in value. You see, this is what it is. This is the gamble. Nobody knows, of course, but you think that this digital imprint and this NFT business today, this brings me to my favorite product, which is, you know, PlanetIX. PlanetIX is an NFT game. It is a blockchain-based game. So for all you new people, for you to understand how you can use this as a product as well, let me tell you the difference. Before you had free games, freemium games you call them. You go to the store, you buy that disc like the game, you pay once and you can play as much as you want. Then a couple of years ago, they started with, that was traditional gaming. Then they started with freemium games like Minecraft, Roblox, you've heard of those, right? Where you can actually play for free. It doesn't cost you anything. You play for free, but when you buy assets in the game, let's say you want to change your avatar, you want to change the clothes, you want to change the weapons in the game, whatever you do in the games, even, what do you call those games where you need to change levels, you need to buy some gems. Even those games you pay. Yes.
Mobile Legends, yes.
Yeah, all those games that you play and it's addicted, right? And then, oh, if you can't get through a level, you pay €1 to skip the level. All this stuff that you're paying in the games, all this money, it goes to the developers, of course, the gaming developers, but they still own the asset. It's not that you own it like an NFT, like the crazy ape. So you change your avatar, you build up your avatar, you make it a really strong, cool avatar that everybody wants. Look at this guy's avatar. The company owns it. Welcome, blockchain-based gaming. What they're doing in PlanetIX, which is a revolution in the gaming industry, which is the future. Let me tell you, the gaming industry is just as big as the network marketing industry. The gaming industry last year, you can Google it, $200 billion industry, and it's growing really fast. They're expecting it to be a 600 billion with a B dollar industry by 2030. Listen, last year alone, they sold assets like upgrading your avatar, like changing clothes, like putting a helmet on, doing different things for $4 billion alone. This is a big market. What PlanetIX is doing is that all these assets, you've heard about the different assets from rovers to drones to even within the game to the biomods, all these are assets. You own the assets. You have seen the avatars. You own the assets. Through the blockchain, it's verified through the blockchain like a stamp of approval. It belongs to your wallet. This is what's happening. And this is the future, because what this brings, it makes the developers more honest, because you can look up everything. If they give you an asset, you buy an asset in the game, usually you have no idea how many they are. But in blockchain-based gaming, in PlanetIX, you can go in and you can check exactly how rare this asset is, how many numbers are in circulations. You can seize everything because it's transparent. And this makes more trust between the buyer and sellers. And it's going to be the birth of a new marketplace, a secondary marketplace, which PlanetIX is going to introduce to us soon. We will have our own marketplace where you can go in and sell your assets right on PlanetIX. It's going to be huge. Remember, we've only been around for 1 year. We're still very much in the beginning. Why it's growing so fast right now, it's another cool feature. It's called play to earn. Play to earns mean that you can actually start playing the game for free, and you can start earning energy, collecting energy and getting IXTs, which is the currency of the game. So this has been huge. You heard it from the beginning when the company was like, oh, we're number 3 on Polygon on the blockchain. Oh, we're number 2. Now it's 1, 1, 1, 1. We're the top in all of Polygon out of all the games. And now if you look at top 10 games in the whole world, PlanetIX is up there. And we have just started. They've sold like 500 million picks. And they have 7 billion. It's going to take 3, 4, 5 years to sell everything. But remember, it's not just the picks, the building of the territories. They have other chapters that they will release within the game that will make it exciting. So now it's not the crowd one product alone. The whole world is talking about this. If you're following on Twitter, you will see what's happening. And you're part of it. You're the pioneers. And you know scarcity. You know the word scarcity? You have to look it up. It's a great word. It means that there are less and less of a product, which makes it more interesting, right? To have it, to own it. So what happens? What you need to do in the game of PlanetIX, you need to build your territories. You need to connect these picks. Try to buy picks, connect them, lump them up into areas. And those areas you can stake them. And guess what? You can earn IXT, residual. That's that word again, residual. So this you can do also within the game. If you haven't started yet in PlanetIX and you want to start, they right now, for the next 4 days, they have a cargo pack 3 that they dropped. Since they started a year ago, they have not had such an exciting pack, because in this pack, first of all, for each pack, you get 1,111 picks, different picks. From it could be uncommon, common, rare, or legendary. You don't know. You will get some picks and they will all be pretty close in one area. So even there, you can sell the picks if you like to. You can get to start the game, but you also get the rover, which collect waste. So for you that doesn't know, let me just tell you this. There's like 12 or 13 different assets that you can get within this package. So it's a great starter pack. It's also great for the old players who want to boost their business. There are some assets in here that we didn't even have them before. So take a look at that if you want to learn more about the PlanetIX, because I think they have just begun. It's a world-class game that you're going to be proud of. In conclusion, I see my time is running. It's so easy to talk for. I got 10, 15 minutes and it's just 20 minutes like that. Listen, guys, let me talk a little bit about goal setting and why that's so important. I love the video you showed, Eddie, to start. And it's like, yeah, he's speaking my language. It's exactly the stuff that I wanted to talk to you about. So 2 of the first things that I always say is the most important is commitment and discipline, like you heard in the video, discipline. Commitment, that means that you keep up the energy. I mean, you're still committed in doing what you said that you would do, right? Even when the energy has went down. Because maybe you go to a meeting like this and you're so pumped up. You're like, I'm going to become president by summer 2023. You're so motivated. And then your cousin tell you, oh, you're crazy. You're crazy. Do you think you can do this? It's people don't even like you. And then your motivation goes down. He's the dream stealer. He's stealing your dream. And all of a sudden, so commitment means that you are still motivated in doing what you said that you would do, even when the motivation is lost, you see? And then comes discipline. You heard it in the video. He was talking discipline, discipline, discipline. Discipline is that thing that you need. I say discipline is the bridge between thought, or what you're planning to do, and action, realizing it. So you need that discipline. It's not enough to just buy a gym card, right? I'm going to lose 10 kilos. I need to go to the gym. And you buy the card. That's not enough. You need that discipline to go to the gym. So these are basic stuff that successful people, all the presidents on the call, they have done this. This is important. 2 of the most important things that I always talk about. Then talking about goals, guys, I want you to think back. Why did you join? Why did you join the business in the first place? What was your motivation? What was your goal? Even if you started 2 or 3 years ago, what was your goal when you started? If you're brand new, why should you do this? I had a big goal. It was to help my mother. That's why I studied hard in school. All MIT, everything I've done is just to help my mother, you see, because I was told, study hard, you can get a good job. We never had anything for me growing up. So this was my whole motivation. For me, it's everything, right? You don't allow yourself to fail. In our business, nobody has ever failed. People have only given up, right? People have only given up, because my mindset when I talk to people is, next time, my next presentation, I'm going to find a Jeanette. I'm going to find Adelaide. I'm going to find an Eddie. If you had Jeanette in one leg and Eddie in the other leg of your business, would you be happy? Yeah, you would be all set. So thinking about this, how you do it is that you just need one more presentation, and I might find that guy. One more presentation. I talked to Carl, and he knows Jessica. She joined tomorrow, and she become the new president. So you see that mindset of not giving up. It's called tenacity. I love that word. Tenacity means you just get at it. You don't care what people say, because you have big dreams. And you have to remember that big people have big dreams. Small people have small dreams. That means if you don't dream big, let's say your goals are very, very small, it means you cannot fail, right? Because it's so easy to reach them. So you need to set up goals that you can attain, but also give you the motivation. It has to be important. You heard him talk in the video, and I have the same point. It needs to be well-defined. Well-defined and dated goal. Because when you define your goal, really, why you need it, your whole body, you should feel it. You should touch it, smell that goal. What does it mean to you? What will happen? What will change in your life when you need that goal? When you have that, then everything you do is going to pull you towards that goal. And it's very important that you go forward, right? Because look at people today. If you look at your friends, family, and you ask them, where were you 2 years ago in your life? And most of them, they're at the same place today. 2 years has gone by, and they're at the same place today that they were 2 years earlier. Right? Because they're just going through the motion. They're just paying the bills. They're just getting by. This is the life of most people. They don't have goals. So what's very important is that you decide that 2 years from now, my life is going to change. Because even today, a lot of people, their life is worse today than 2 years ago, right? With the recession, the inflation, everything is so expensive now. It's like 50% more, everything. I'm wondering, how can people cope with all this, with this inflation, with all the prices going up, and the salaries are not going up in the same rate, right? So you need to decide, where are you going to be 2 years from now? Am I going to be in the same place? What do I need to do to be at another place? When we have this meeting, Super Saturday, Saturday Night Live in 2025, and I talk to you and I ask you, where are you going to be? You need to decide that. And I want to also say that our business is the best business, taking average people and turning them into superstars. Average to superstars, because you don't need to go to school for 10 years for this. You don't need any prerequisites. You just need to learn the presentation, understand the business, have that mobile phone, and just talk to people and introduce. You have no idea who thinks, wow, I've been waiting for an opportunity like this. This is perfect. I talk to everyone. And since I talk about residual income, not about the aloe vera, the product, or I talk about time. Residual income, that means time. Even rich people, you know what they don't have? They don't have time, a lot of rich people. Doctors, lawyers, they work. They have no time to spend with the kids or the grandkids. So when I meet a person like that, I talk about residual income. I said, you know a lot of people that I don't know. Why don't I show you this business? It's super interesting. NFTs, blockchain, you heard about crypto, right? Yeah, we got this. Take a look, and guess what? Why we're growing so fast today? You don't even need to present it. You can have a meeting. There are meetings every day in the business that some bigger leader making a meeting, and you just need to invite that friend. So the first thing you need to be good at, it's inviting. Just invite, like this meeting we're having today. You have to be so excited and of interest to that person. Say, listen, I don't do this business justice, because what do they tell you a lot of times? They say, tell me what it is, otherwise I'm not coming, right? You heard that before. So what you tell them, listen, I'm brand new. I don't do this business justice, but please come and listen. 45 minutes of presentation, and you take a look what I'm doing. Because you just want them in front of the information, then it's up to them to choose yes or no. And you will be surprised. You will find some people. What I tell everyone is that even what you lack in skill, you can make up in numbers. I told you from the beginning, it's a numbers game. So even if your presentation are not so good today, or your invitation, you can just keep doing it in numbers. You will beat the best presidents. You can do that. And from the beginning, from when I was standing on stage in South Africa, what did I tell people? How do you want to become a president super fast? You build managers. Manager is the most important position in the whole company. And I said that from the very start. So if you can build managers, help others become managers in your team, just focus on that. Don't even think about ambassador, president, directors. Just build managers. All of a sudden, you're going to find those presidents. They're going to show up in your business. And guess what I do? I never overcoach people. Don't overcoach people. I make sure they have all the information available, and then those superstars, they will know what to do. So what happens? I give them all the information, then I watch. I watch. Because most people, they just talk, right? They talk, no action. So I listen to what people say, but I watch what they do, because action speaks louder than words. So guys, we have some amazing products coming. I think they might have some secret products also coming this summer, but we have the Metaverse. I think the Metaverse is going to be just as cool and hype as PlanetIX. They have other products in the pipeline for you guys. We have the C1 token, we have the C1 link, so much exciting stuff. So I wanted to also say a couple of words about the events, but I know Jeanette is going to talk about the event. What you do, if you're working, now we're cross nights, but if you're working in my team, you go to events, because it's at events where you build that belief. It's at events where you meet the founders, you see the top management, you talk to the CEO, you sit and have dinner and lunch with them. Everybody that works in my team, they go to events. You see? So you build from event to event to event. And we're going to have an event next week. And I know I will see some of you guys there, but I hope if you understand my message today, you need to know that you're not missing an event again, because that's where you build your superstar business. You're a superstar. God loves you. I love you. We're all blessed. Let's do this together. Thank you, guys.
Yay! Thank you, Anthony. Thank you so much. That is so sobering. That is Ambassador Anthony Chatelain. We appreciate you. We see a good example from you. We are cross lines, but you are also my ambassador because of your good example. And we appreciate you. Let me echo what Anthony said. 2 or 3 things I remember. He talked about scarcity. People, it's the law of supply and demand. If there is less supply and people demand for it, what becomes of the product? It becomes a rare gem. And that's what we're going to have with our Genesis NFT and also with our cargo drops. So focus on it, because they're not putting up more cargo drops or cargoes. Whatever you have there is what there is. If we finish that batch, no more. So get yourself some of those cargoes. And number 2, Anthony said he never overcoaches people, because we are businessmen. We should move like businessmen. We are students in the beginning, but we are businessmen. When you are giving the information as a leader, and all of you here are members, you go with what you know, even if it's just 40%. Most of us, Anthony, me, Eddie, we were given 40% information. We didn't know what crypto, how you do blockchain, but with the 40% information that we have, believing the concept, we went ahead. And guess what? This is the reason why we have ranks, is because like Anthony said, which is the 3rd point, you just don't stop. Stop because you have a goal, and your goal is sitting there, and you're not going to sit, you're going to reach goal, and you're going to meet that goal, not halfway, but 100% finish line. And so we thank our Ambassador Anthony for today, our business partner. I don't want to call it cross-line. If you reach ambassador level in the company, you are ambassador of everyone. It means you did a good example. And in his team, he has how many ambassadors in his team? I learned something, a secret from Anthony today. He said, focus on the managers. That is one secret of the trade that I haven't heard from anyone. Someone said the most important member of your team is the one that joined last, or the newest member. But he said, you may not focus on the presidents, but the manager is where you really build the president. So that is very, very good. Talking about Thailand, we will give you an update. We will see Anthony there. Anthony and I qualified. We will see each other along with Eddie. Eddie qualified and had qualified, but for some reasons, family and travel issues, they might not join us. But for sure, Anthony and I will be there, and along with 100 to 200 qualifiers, not less than 100, not more than 200 qualified, but it's so much. So we had to occupy the whole resort for that. The events team told us, we don't know how we're going to do this. We're looking at 2 resorts, but I don't know how they managed to put us in 1 resort. I guess this is the biggest resort in Phuket. And Crowd One, you know how Crowd One does events. They never shortchange anyone. If you go to the events, as Anthony said, it's important, but Crowd One is doing its part. It's never cheap with Crowd One. It's all out. And I know Anthony is all in. And Crowd One is all out with the events. We're all in. We're all going there. You need to see Eddie. You need to see Ambassador Anthony. You need to meet Jonas. If you are not a qualifier for Thailand, you will definitely and should go to the Dubai event. It's like our second nature to go to our Dubai events. We will see you there. And I will show you something. This is something great, because for today, Anthony went ahead and allowed us to be able to have him as speaker. But you see how leaders are very cooperative. I have 3 leaders right now that I'm going to show to you on the slide. And these 3 leaders said yes to giving you a regular business presentation. Whatever team you are, whoever ambassador you have, as long as you're in C1, Crowd One, these top 3 leaders, and I'm talking about President Udo Depswich and Director Derek Roberts and Manager Paul de Guzman. This is an example of every rank leader. They are top in their ranks. Every Monday, you will now bring your prospects. If you are busy, if you are a new member, you don't know what to do. If you are an old member and you are busy, just bring them to the Monday presentation. And every Monday, these leaders will take care of closing the sale for you. How cool is that? That is how we rock. That is how we move as a company. So don't worry, we will send you the link, but every Monday your people can now have a staple where they can bring their prospects. And this is coming from your top leaders from all groups. And you are all welcome. With that, we are moving on to our next speaker, because Anthony practically coached you, mentored you, gave you training, short crash training. Someone will give you a testimony of when you apply these things, how you apply these things in your daily. Someone is doing the business while he's actually working as a nurse in UK. And so I will call today one of our speakers for Monday. Please welcome Manager Paul Shelo de Guzman. Paul, you may go ahead.
Thank you very much. Shelo is the name of my wife. Actually, my name is Paul de Guzman. I'm so excited. I was excited coming to this Saturday Live. But now I'm nervous because it's not easy to be called to talk after a very powerful message from a very powerful speaker, not to mention the only ambassador achiever in our business. But thank you very much, Ma'am Janet Torres, for this great opportunity to be able to share my journey. Thank you, Sir Eddie. Just being associated with a senior president, an ambassador, and a president is already a great honor and privilege. Okay, so as I've said, it's not easy to be called to talk after an ambassador giving a powerful speech. But having said that, it reminded me of the very first time I attended a Zoom business presentation way back in April through the invitation, April 2020 to be exact, through the invitation of my two mentors, Director 2 Stars, Mr. Edgardo Ting, and Director 2 Stars, Mr. Gilbert Magtoto. On that day, I was so inspired by the testimonies of those who were ready, who were already achieving success in this business opportunity. I was so fired up after the webinar, and I promised myself, coming from a family background that has always struggled financially, that I will take this business seriously and use it as a tool to pursue my dreams in life. I promised myself that one day I will be the one that would tell people my story and hope that somehow I can inspire one or a couple of people to also be part of this great business opportunity and pursue their dreams in life through this. So allow me to borrow the famous call to action of Mr. Ambassador Anthony. Let's go. Let's share this crowd one story to everyone, and let's hope that we will be able to inspire them. So my story began in 2020. It was during the first wave of the pandemic in 2020 when I was invited to look at this business. I was actually on shielding isolation that time due to immune suppression that I had since 2017. Probably it was the darkest and most unforgettable year of my life, because that was the year when I had my kidney. I had a kidney failure. I had to go through dialysis 4 hours a day, 4 times a week. They connected me to a machine in order to survive. I had both my kidneys surgically removed, and eventually I had a kidney transplant, thanks to my loving wife for sharing one of her kidneys so I can continue to live on. So during that shielding isolation, because of the pandemic, the COVID-19, I was confined at the four corners of my bedroom, not knowing how I would spend several months in isolation. Can you imagine the reluctance and the hesitation for me to even to have a look at this opportunity that Mr. Edgardo Ting was offering me? But because I trust Ed and Gilbert, they are my long-term friends, I decided to at least attend a Zoom meeting, a business presentation conducted by Mr. Gilbert Magtoto. On hindsight, I thought if I attended the meeting and then tell them that it's not for me, then they would stop bugging me about this business, because honestly, I didn't think it was the perfect time to start a business, knowing that this pandemic, a lot of companies has been closing, a lot of jobs have been lost. So I thought they were crazy to start something like this. But obviously that is not what happened. I decided to be part of the business. I saw the potential of it. I am now going 3 years in the business, already earned a 7-digit additional income. Of course, that is in peso. On top of my job income, I'm now able to maintain a really good lifestyle despite only working 1 to 2 days a week as a part-time nurse. I have helped create 13 managers. Some of them are not here anymore, but it doesn't matter as long as your core group are still intact. I'm currently a manager 3 stars and a single-digit percentage away to ranking up as a director. Fingers crossed. Okay, and also I have helped at least 5 people to earn a 7-digit income in this business opportunity. The question is, how did I do it? I committed myself to the business. I made time for it. I made sure that on my days off, I was really doing this business opportunity. In fact, even after doing a 12-hour shift as a nurse, I still make sure that I dedicate 1 to 2 hours after coming home. I would get my prospect list and start calling people. I would call on my existing downlines, my leaders, and build the relationship with them. We talk about the business. We also talk about life in general. So this is all about building relationship. So I made time for the business. So for those of you who are saying that you will try doing this business, you will try to find time, don't tell yourself that you will try to find time to do this business, because you will never find time. You have to make time. You have to make it. I also did it because, or I am here where I am now because I am blessed to have supportive mentors. I have Mr. Edgardo Ting, then the never-ending support of Miss Janet Torres, our senior president, 3 stars, and I'm sure she is now on her way to becoming an ambassador. In the beginning, I also have Mr. Gilbert Magtoto in my first 2 years, and more importantly, I have great leaders in our team. I call our team Thrivers Legacy. If you have the Connie, you have the Ruby Rosa, you have the Lizelle, the Liza, and the rest of the leaders with Thrivers Legacy. Pardon me if I forgot your name. Especially if you have the Anton, who has always been my partner for several years. He's celebrating his birthday today. Happy birthday, bro. I'm blessed to have you in my team. You will always be inspired to carry on. You will be unstoppable. So that decision to at least have a look at how the business works and not dismissing it right away has been one of the best decisions I have made in my life. And that tells us that told me that at any moment, a decision can change the course of your life forever. So making that important decision is very, very critical. Now, the question is, do I consider myself successful already? No, not yet. I consider myself as progressing in the business. There's a big difference. Success is a process. It starts with growth. When you have little improvements, when you are earning a little more than what you were earning before, then the next step would be progress. When you match your growth with commitment, discipline, and focus, when you're giving all your efforts to make the business works and make it work for other people as well. When you are willing to pay the price in order to achieve success, when you are willing to give up something in order to achieve greater things in life. And then when you start matching that progress with humanity, spirituality, and gratitude, that is the only time that you can consider yourself a success. When you are willing to give back and pay it forward, when you understand that you could have not made it without the help of our God Almighty, when you shift your focus from yourself to helping other people achieve their own growth, progress, and success. And that's what Zig Ziglar have said many, many times. We can get what we want in life by helping enough people to get what they want in life. And that is what's beautiful with our business. You can combine making a lot of money for yourself, pursuing your dreams, and then being able to help a lot of people get what they want in life as well. So guys, all the 209 participants here, success is a process, and all of us have to go through that process. And in order to get to that level of success that you want, you really have got to trust the process. And that is what I did. When one of the leaders in our business, when the company was facing a lot of challenges, when I was asked the question, what is keeping you in the business? Despite some of the leaders jumping ship, leaving the company because of the challenges, why are you and Anton so committed to doing presentations and trainings almost every day? My answer was, it's because I trust the process. Our motivation from day one was simply about the money, about pursuing your own dreams in life. But as you go on and start achieving growth, progress, and success, then it's no longer just about the money. It's about our whys. It's about helping other people. When I decided to do this business, I got married to it. And just like any other marriage, it comes with a lot of challenges, and we should anticipate that. It's crazy to be part of a business and then not expect challenges. So when the challenge comes, what do? You run away from it. But also, just like any other marriage, you don't give up on it so easily. When there are challenges, you need to have faith. You need to have faith in God. You need to have faith in yourself. You need to have faith in the company, in the product, and the compensation plan. You stick together and face those challenges together. You solve the problems together. You win them together. And in the end, we celebrate success together. So for all of you, just keep grinding. Keep doing the business, keep sharing this life-changing opportunity, ignore all the challenges. Our company will take care of them as they have always been doing. I remember a few months ago, I was writing a lot of messages to the support team, complaining about delays in withdrawals, but now I'd like to write to them and thank them because I've been getting withdrawals almost every other day. I just got one early this morning. Every time you wake up and you check your cryptocurrency wallet platform, it surprises me because I've got some money added into it. Don't give up. No, just keep going and don't give up. You will get there and will achieve your whys. And just like Mr. Anthony Chatelain have said, you will also achieve your goals. It's just a matter of time. Thank you very much, everyone, and God bless. And I wish you all the best as you pursue your dreams through our great business opportunity. We have a great company, very generous company. We have great and exciting products and services, and we also have a great compensation plan. So keep going. Thank you very much, Ma'am Janet, for giving me the opportunity to share my journey. Thanks, Eddie. Back to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Paul. Well done, Eddie.
Yes, so thankful for your story, Paul. And these are real life stories, guys. And keep that in mind. We can have challenges, but we can overcome challenges. And this is what we want to show you. Real life stories about how people pursue in their crowd one business. This is really powerful, guys. This is really strong. And together we grow stronger. As Anthony was talking about the power of the crowd, as Paul was talking about his journey with crowd one, guys, and we will do this together. We are one big family. And together, we just step into this new era, into this new season. And actually, it is so easy, as Anthony said as well, it is so easy. Everything has been pre-made already. I remember when I joined in, back in 2019, May 2019, there was nothing. There were no presentations. There was no management. It was only a few leaders. And now everything is made up, everything is set. And even, and I will show my screen again with you guys, even every week on Monday, you can just introduce your people. Wait 1 second. You can just introduce your people to this amazing meeting. A meeting specially for prospects. That's powerful. So you can just bring your prospects to this meeting and people will sign up. Don't do the weightlifting alone. You know, when you go to the fitness center, to the sports school, if you see a power lifter over there, he will never do the weightlifting alone. If he has these big heavy weights and lifting it, one moment he needs to put it back on the bar. And he needs help for that. And he's getting help for that. So he's not doing the weightlifting alone. There is always support. There's always help. So don't do the weightlifting alone. But bring people to these specific meetings on Monday, 5 p.m. CET, 8 p.m. Dubai time. Then you see all these amazing flyers. Guys, I cannot do that. I am not that creative to create flyers. Jeanette is not creative to make those kind of flyers. Guys, there are amazing people behind the team of presenters that are making these flyers. And we want to give a special thank to Miss Julie. She's from Team Unstoppable. She is the one making these amazing flyers. And again, you hear Team Thrivers, you hear Anthony's team, you hear Team Unstoppable, you hear Team Global Impact, which is my team. Guys, it's all kinds of teams. We all have our team names, but we are one big Crowd One family. And well, before we go to the last movie, I want to hear from you guys. I want to hear from you guys. What was your experience today in this ride, in this specific Saturday Night Live? Just type it in the chat. Let us know in the chat, what was your experience? What did you learn today in this special Saturday Night Live webinar? So just type it in the chat, let us know, and we'll take it from there. It was wow. Oh, okay. I see something. I see something. We have one more surprise. It just popped up in the chat. I saw it, and yes, we will do that. I see a lot of things coming up. And in the meantime, oh, this is fun, guys. This is really fun. I just got a message from Miss Jeanette. Let's give one Earth pack. Let's give one Earth pack. That's good. That's good. I'm thinking about a question. I think I have one. Yeah. The first one to answer. What did Ambassador Anthony do for 18 years long? What did he do for 18 years long? First one to answer. And I don't see, yeah. I see someone. I see the answer, poker player. That's correct. Josie Jimenez. That's the correct answer. Yes, he was a nuclear engineer. Absolutely. He is MIT. Absolutely. But he was a professional poker player for 18 years. So Josie Jimenez, maybe you can send your contact details to us. Do it in the chat, in a personal chat, so we can pick it up and send you the Earth pack. And actually, next week, it is Thailand. And as you heard, Senior President Jeanette will be there, Anthony will be there. It was my plan to be there as well. But because of urgent medical issues in my family, my mother has to undergo a very heavy heart surgery. We had to decide to stay home. And yes, that's a disappointment for us personally, but family comes first. So that's also important. And sometimes you have to make choices. Sometimes you have to do. But we will be there. We will be there next event, of course, in Dubai, because we go from event to event. That's what we do. So next week, we will have our regular Saturday Night Live with amazing training. So we will do that. And maybe we can get a glimpse from Thailand. Maybe Miss Jeanette will be there enjoying Thailand. and give us a glimpse of what is going on there. And another thing, today we had 215 attendance. That's amazing. We broke the barrier of 200. Powerful. What if each and every one of you invites one person next week, one of your team members, to be in this Saturday Night Live? Then next week, we will be 400. So that's really, really powerful, really amazing. And I know you can do that. As Anthony said, invite, invite, invite. And the rest will come. One more thing. I want you to write down something in the chat. And then we close off with a video again. If you believe that as per today, March 11, if you can say this with all your heart, this is my moment. If you cannot say that, don't type it. Simple. If you can say this straight from your heart, this is my moment, then put it in the chat, because we're going to show you one more video before we wrap it up. And I'm so happy to see so many people saying, this is my moment. And I think this is the best finish of today, with talking about goal setting, strategy, about the products, about mindset, about positions, about being together as one family, about discipline. Let me just share this amazing video. One second, I think something's going wrong. Yeah, we need to adjust. We need somehow to adjust.
This is my moment. This is my moment.
This is my moment. I've been waiting on this my whole life. Yeah, years working through pain, struggle, and hurting. Sacrifices and all-nighters are worth it. I'm living proof that hard work pays off. I grind, I came up, real still is what I'm made of. I take it all and still take no days off. I'm ready for the championships and the playoffs. I remember when they said I couldn't do it. I remember when they said that it couldn't be done. I remember when they said I wouldn't make it. I find it kind of funny now they asking me for favors. Ha! And I've been grinding since day one. And I remember the times I almost gave up. Then I remember why I started, and that got me through the hardships. Look at me now, yeah.
This is my moment. I always knew this day would come. This is my moment. This is my moment. This is my moment. I always prayed this day would come. This is my moment. You won't take this from me.
Yeah, years of waiting, persevering and staying patient, praying for my time to come, the chance to be a champion, be a winner, be number one. A lot of weight on my shoulders, but now the wait is over. Nobody thought that this would happen for me, but I held the vision. I kept on praying, kept on working to a better position. I made the most of what I was given, which wasn't much, but it was enough. I sacrificed everything for this. I never gave up, I really worked hard for this. I skipped all the parties, my friends call me crazy, but they don't understand that when you got a dream, you have to make it. I worked every day, sacrifices have to be made. They're just distractions anyway. It took me everything to get here. I'm at the top and I'm staying here. This is my
This is
moment,
my
yeah.
moment. I always knew this day would come. This is my moment. This is my moment. This is my moment. I This is my moment. I always knew this day would come. This is my moment. This is my moment. This is my moment. I always prayed this day would come. This is my moment. You won't take this from me.
This is my moment. I worked for it. I deserve it. And with these words, we will send you into the rest of this weekend, into this new week coming. Take your moment. Don't leave it. Don't leave it for granted. But take your moment and be here next week, same time at Saturday Night Live. Guys, again, thank you, Anthony, for your motivational. Thank you, Jeanette, for your words. Thank you, Paul, for your testimonial. And especially thank you, God, because you made this possible. And my last words for today in this webinar is, as always, we love you. God bless you and have an amazing week ahead. See you next week, guys. Bye-bye.